over the past month, there's been a ton of additional eyes on Fallout 4 and its up-and-coming mods due to one mod's trailer. That mod, of course, being Fallout Miami, who put together an epic and awesome-looking trailer, something that is honestly up to standard and par with some of the main game's DLC's trailers. And even though Fallout Miami has gotten a ton of coverage from a lot of major media sources, a lot of them haven't necessarily looked at some of the other major and awesome mods coming to Fallout 4. So in this video, that's what I want to highlight. Even though you guys have probably heard of Fallout Miami, and I've even covered some of these other mods quite a few times, just again, give you a status update as to where all of these large overhaul mods are standing today, what kind of progress they've made since my last coverage of all of them like this around 8 months ago at this point. But first and foremost, if you somehow haven't heard of it, let's take a brief look at Fallout Miami. What this mod is going to do is actually add in Miami as a playable world space in Fallout 4, specifically Miami's beach. This is aiming to be a DLC-sized mod, so look at Far Harbor or Nuka World for Fallout 4, and it's going to add in some new weapons, some new armors, some of which we've seen in some of the various trailers. But in addition, they are bringing back the Enclave and introducing quite a few new factions into the game. The mod's been a work in progress for quite a while at this point. We have multiple trailers that you can check out, and in general there is a ton of images and lore on their website on Blogspot that I will have a link to down below. Next up, and honestly one of the oldest mod projects on this list, is going to be Fallout Cascadia. Similar to Fallout Miami, Fallout Cascadia is meant to take place in a totally new location and even at a totally different time. It's going to take you to the wastelands of Seattle. In addition, it's going to take place in 2329. Typically, Fallout 4 takes place in 2287, so quite a few years after that. One of the major and defining features about this mod is the central city known as Cascade. Reportedly 6 times the size of Diamond City, a goal they have with this is actually to create Cascade as this massive city that actually flows and functions like one. In addition, they're bringing back many old systems that were present in previous Fallout games, whether it be some of the skills and skill checks that we did see, but even beyond that, traits, a fan favorite from Fallout 3 and New Vegas. In the past 6 months, they released a new teaser trailer that did definitely blow up and actually showed us just how luscious and green this landscape would be. It definitely looks like it's going to feel quite different from Fallout 4, even many other Fallouts. And even though we don't know a ton about Fallout Cascadia's story, it's definitely been something they've kind of been keeping under wraps. It seems like one of the themes we're going to kind of see here is things are quite a bit more rebuilt, such as the Republic of Cascadia faction is going to feature a large and affluent city and actually go out and colonize other towns around them. In addition, we're going to see the return of the NCR. They've actually released a few mods adding in NCR armors that you could download right now for Fallout 4. These guys have consistently been sharing images, features, and actually even live streams on their YouTube channel about progress as it's being made, and they of course are recruiting. So quite a bit different from pretty much all of the other mods on this list, the Weapon Addition and Replacement Suite is going to not add in a new world space or anything like that, but actually overhaul and transform your weapon choices in Fallout 4's base game. Basically, what this mod's going to do is take a lot of the boring or otherwise mundane weapon choices in Fallout 4, take them out of the game, and incorporate new, modern, and all-around just interesting alternatives. A few examples are Fallout 4's default AR will be replaced with a AR-15 that's supposed to be highly modular. The Combat R is going to be replaced with a Mini 14, and even the Combat Shotgun with a USAS-12. One of the reasons I would actually pay particular attention to this one is a lot of the stuff has been completed. It definitely seems like a lot of the heavy lifting has been done and is out of the way, and even just yesterday, Anastar, one of the project leads on this, report how they're really just waiting on an ammo tweaks integration and update for that mod, but beyond that, it's only testing and documentation left. Combat being such a core component of Fallout 4's gameplay, I think downloading this mod is going to simply be worth a new playthrough. It's like the DLC pack of weapons we've wanted for Fallout 4 since its release, but never actually got. Then we do have Fallout 4 New Vegas, the mod aiming to recreate New Vegas in Fallout 4's engine. One of the major aspects of this one that actually makes it really stand out is how many new weapons it brings to Fallout 4. A ton of these have been released already, and I've showed you them in previous iterations of this video, but since the last time, they've posted a ton of images of work-in-progress weapons that hopefully are coming in the next few months, but in addition, they actually released their Service R Redux, which is by far one of the best weapon mods for Fallout 4 right now. If you've never tried it or haven't downloaded it yet, I would almost say it's worth re-downloading the game for just because of how awesomely made it is. But even beyond that, they have also stayed extremely active. following the wake of Fallout 4, the Capital Wasteland project, and of course its cancellation, a lot of people were really curious as to what was going to happen with Fallout 4 New Vegas. But with that being quite a few months old at this point, this mod is still going strong. They haven't posted too many trailers or things like that, but again, they keep us up to date with the happenings, what's actually going on behind the scenes, and they still have been releasing content for us to download right now. It's still very far from completion, and we haven't seen much more of the world space since the previous trailers that I've shown you, but even still, this mod has given us more content to use right now than any of the other ones on this list, and it definitely is looking promising. Then what remains as one of the lesser known mods here, that's going to be Fallout Liberty HE double hockey stick. I actually can't say that word or this video will get suppressed. What this mod's going to add in is Philadelphia and many of its super iconic world spaces into Fallout 4 as a new and explorable world space. We know very little or nothing about the story, but we do know that progress has been being made on this for quite a few years at this point. Even just a few weeks ago, they posted a new progress report showing off some of the new buildings they've constructed, showing off one of the new weapons that is being implemented, and this mod has honestly accomplished quite a bit at this point. It seems like since my last coverage of it, it definitely has expanded. And beyond that, actually looking at some of the images, you could see those iconic locations. The world space in particular has a ton of work done for this mod. They posted a few videos highlighting this and actually just walking from one end of their world to the other, and you see just how much is done and what a diverse set of environments they've created. Although this mod definitely doesn't get as much attention as some of the other ones, I think it's undeserved. I feel like they're just one trailer away from kind of blowing up and a ton of eyes being put on it. So that's it. Those are some of the massive overhaul mods being worked on for Fallout 4 right now. I really wanted to make this video just as a highlight reel to check out some of these other guys outside of just Fallout Miami. Not that Fallout Miami is bad or I have anything against them, I'm still going to continue to cover them and their updates, but just to show that they're not the only ones. There's a lot of other stuff being worked on. I will have links to all the social media so you can follow these things in real time down below. And as we approach the multiplayer experience of Fallout 76, I think it's going to be these overhaul mods that have us coming back to Fallout 4 even years down the line. It's not entirely clear when Fallout 5 is coming out, but it definitely should be 5+ years away at the very least. I think over the next couple of years, a lot of these larger overhaul mods are going to be our only outlet for that traditional Fallout single player experience that we know and love. Either way, as always, again, I thank you all for watching. I do hope you enjoyed this one, and I hope to see you all next time. Later.